are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me. Not for the time that I spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society.
Alrighty, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast. Here we have the Aaron Mack and the lovely Coco, and it's me, your boy always, Marcus Morton.
Why wouldn't you introduce yourself first?
You're not supposed to.
You are definitely supposed
to. In writing, it's always your person and you. You can't be I and or
but this
me.
This ain't writing. You do the host of the show. You are the person speaking, so you say your name first.
Oh, okay. All right, we can do it.
He nice for his own good.
Right. I feel like this is about to be. I feel like this is about to be an episode I can be proud of, though.
Yeah.
The last one, it was just kind of chill, just kind of chill stuff.
Free running,
But what? So you definitely had had me going with that conversation we were talking about earlier, and I wanted to get back into that because there was something about that story that didn't sound right to me, because I was like, it's like something ain't sitting well about the character, and it speaks about the values of a person when you do business with somebody and you initially go out to screw them on purpose.
Right.
And, tactics like that can only get you but so far. And that's exactly what I was thinking about when you were telling me the story. I was like, hold up, please tell us what, go just a little bit about it. We ain't got to go too far into it. And,
we dropping names? Can we drop names?
Yeah, you can do it. Yeah.
All right. So the story that I was telling my boy, we were talking about the situation that went down with Emmanuel.
Now talk like these people don't know who these people are, because you might have people listening that may not know who they are.
Okay. So the YouTube star, he's on Wild 'N Out now. Also,
his name is
Emmanuel Hudson, and they had a guest star. I don't know the name, but Spoken Reasons. He's also a YouTuber. He does music, poetry, spoken word, and all this other stuff. Before Emmanuel, got his fame, he did a couple of videos.
He had a whole YouTube channel.
Yeah, and he did what is known today as asking all them questions. He did a video of that beforehand.
Right.
And Spoke saw it and was like, hey, you're doing a real good job. Why don't you come out here and we do a video together? We do a collab. So that's what they did. And when everything was all said and done, they did the video, they did the shoot and all that, and went well. Spoke, edited the video and produced it, put it out there. So when he put it out there, Emmanuel was like, hey, let me get a copy of the video so I can also put it on, my channel. So he kind of screwed him around. He didn't send it to him until
allegedly.
Allegedly months later, after it then already blew up, got all this fame and all this other stuff.
He didn't send it to him at all, actually.
Oh, okay. He didn't send it to him at all. He didn't even. Oh yeah, that's right. He had to get
his cousin or something to rip the video.
Yeah, and then
wow.
I forgot all about that. Thanks, babe.
Wow.
Yeah. So and I don't really know how YouTube goes, but apparently when your channel gets a certain amount of fame or whatever, you get a cut of the YouTube check or something like that. And Manuel never got compensated for any of that. Just
yeah, since he didn't post it first, he couldn't, flag him and say, "Oh, that's my video."
Or I have, the
Even
rights
though
to-
his face was in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, dang. That's
Whole video,
crazy.
his face.
That's whole video.
So.
Oh, that's insane, though.
Mm.
Like, all right, so that speaks a lot about character, though. And I feel like, and, I'm skeptical about just about everybody, and
Right.
for a good reason,
Mhm.
because everybody don't have good intentions for you.
Right.
Everybody got good intentions, but not everybody may have good intentions for you.
Right.
And I have that in the back of my mind when it comes to talking to anybody.
Mm.
And it's all about self-preservation. And I feel like Emmanuel and because he's not like regular dudes. It's not like me and the dude from around the way, the one we talk about.
God.
It's
Yeah.
not like me and him.
But-
We like random dudes from around the way.
It's crazy because when I heard all of that, I thought of him. I was like, that
Exactly,
he could've-
exactly.
He almost was in that situation.
But see, it's like I said, it's not like these are just random regular dudes.
Right.
These are like superstars. Like
Now.
spoken word. Like, did this happen
Spoken-
recently?
No, this was before they, Emmanuel got on Wild and Out
years
and all
Oh,
that.
this was years ago.
Yeah. It just came to the light though, like,
Oh.
and it's crazy because when Emmanuel, brought it to the light, like there were like signs that there were other people that he has done this to.
Right.
So-
So all this. So this dude was the spoken reason guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a guest on Wild and Out
Yes.
Yeah.
while Emmanuel was
And
there.
It's
Yeah.
funny.
Did they
because-
know that beforehand?
Some of them knew.
Yeah,
Not
a
all.
couple of them knew. But he was only on there because he was talking about how he funnier than the whole crew, basically.
Oh yeah, he
That's how
done
he
it to
got on
himself.
Wow. So he climbed up the ladder on arrogance.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's standing on top of his arrogance. That's interesting. That is very interesting. But I feel like these guys were up and coming.
Right.
So they had a little bit of fame together, like on like separately before they collaborated. And I don't do verbal contracts. I don't do that the whole shake on it kind of situation, because if I shake on it right now, that doesn't hold up in court.
Right.
So you can just be like, tell me what I want to hear in the moment, and then turn around and just like do what you want to do and just say like, yo, screw him.
Right.
So I feel like there should have been a contract created on the spot before they started doing anything, because if I'm putting my time into something, I have to have a return on my investment. I'm investing my time. That's the most valuable thing that I have.
Right.
And then not only that, after the whole situation is said and done, you don't deliver on, like, we don't have a plan on how we're going to put this up there. We don't have a plan on how we're going to distribute this video, how we're going to get whenever the revenues come in, who gets what money. All that stuff should have been thought about and agreed upon before the work was even done.
Right.
Because if we can't agree to that, then what's the point of us even working together? Because that's a big deal. That's a big deal. You're talking about this guy made thousands of dollars on a video that his face wasn't even in. He used another guy's face.
He was in the video, but he
Very
didn't
lightly, like he
say
didn't-
nothing.
Yeah, basically.
The whole
He
song,
you go ahead.
the whole song was Emmanuel's
So it was Emmanuel's song.
song.
If it was his song, why didn't he do it on his channel? What was the collaboration about?
I mean, he wasn't that no, he had.
He had a small fan base. He didn't have, because this was when like YouTube was still kind of fresh and people were still, trying.
What year was that?
2000.
I want to say 2000.
Yeah, YouTube definitely wasn't fresh. Anything after 2000. Yeah, anything past 2006, YouTube was already up and bumping.
But no, it was 2010.
Yeah, it don't even matter at this point, Marcus. Anything after 2006, YouTube was bumping. So we already knew what was going on. Like, maybe, and you know, I can't just automatically assume that these guys had like all the business sense in the world to try to know what they were doing, because it could have been one of those situations where they were just doing it for fun and wasn't really looking at it like a business, and that happened, and it was like, oh shit, I messed up. So what am I gonna do now?
But he even admitted that he was, you know, naive, like he didn't know nothing about it. So he was like,
The spoken reason guy.
no, Emmanuel. Said
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't know much about YouTube and all that. So,
And no, I watched,
Which is insane because he put in a lot of work for that.
yeah. I watched the video of I guess you can call it the spoken reasons, his rebuttal kind of to all of that, and he said the same thing. He was like, you know, YouTube was still, you know, fresh to him, so he didn't know, and he was like, even after that,
But
he
he-
started getting stuff in writing. Don't know how true that is, but yeah.
so why do you call this? You know, contact this man and say you want to work with him.
Right,
Do
flew
videos.
flew him out of his
Yes.
state to him to do this video, and then
So you were already making money because you flying people out, you making money.
right.
So it's not like you,
So how's that new and fresh to you? Like,
because you making money off of it. So you obviously know or got your hands on some kind of information to continue to build upon your success. If you flying people out,
Right.
you knew what you were doing. Like, I feel like it was premeditated.
It probably
It's like
was.
this guy,
But he won't admit it.
this guy. I mean, what would you? I mean, I usually admit to my wrongs, but you know, I
If it's
get
on
that
that big
other
of a
people,
scale, you
other
know.
people don't have the same values that I have. So you know, and I try to like see both sides of the coin here, and like I just at this point, like he flew somebody out. Unless he was like a silver spoon kid, his parents was rich or something like that. I just cannot believe that he flew somebody out to him to get their face on the video, get them to do a whole song. Because what did he do?
Who spoke?
Yeah, what did he do in the video?
dance.
Not even that. They were driving. They
Oh,
behind the wheel.
I mean, he was,
it started out as him in his apartment or whatever, and he was trying to explain how females be or whatever. Like, but like he couldn't really like explain it. Right. He had like a couple of words in it, and then Manuel pops up. He was like, "I know what you're trying to say, but I can explain it a little bit better." He was like, "All right." He's like, "Let's go to the car," and then he was like, "All right." He's like, "You can't go like that." He was like, "Oh, you right," because he had like a t-shirt with a stain on it and all this other stuff. He was like, "All right." Glad the sands changed into another outfit. He was like, "All right, let's go." Get into the car, and the intro to Emmanuel's song comes on, and Emmanuel does the whole song.
Yeah.
And they were in the
Asking all
car.
questions. Yeah,
Oh, the asking all them questions song.
asking
Yeah.
all
That
the
was-
questions, making statements.
Yeah,
Singing.
I know that song. Yeah, I seen that. That was some a little while ago. Yeah. So that was for some reason I remember Philip in the video for some reason.
You would think that was Philip, right?
That
'Cause
was not him.
After that video, he does videos with Philip, and I was like, all right, but I thought this dude was Philip, so why he hasn't done anything else with him?
So he redid the video?
He does have a part 2 and 3, without spoke
With Philip in the video?
I think it might be.
Because I remember seeing the video of him in the car with another guy, and I thought it was Philip.
Could have been. I haven't seen part 2 and 3.
I don't know. I didn't know there was a part 2 or part 3. I just remember the asking all them questions. Making statements. Assuming. Damn. I also like she ratchet.
Yeah. Oh, she ratchet.
Yeah, that joint is
But
funny.
yeah, and this like we said or we touched on, he has done this with other people, and they have grown to surpass him, and just like
That's the big thing right there.
Mhm.
That's the big thing. This dude is like, and I want everybody to catch this because this is not about like some old gossip tip right here. I want you
Right.
to actually catch the message of what's happening right now. A guy is in the industry right now who tried to grow his brand off of doing shady stuff to other people who were creators just like him. And these people who are innocent and trying to get their money the innocent way, this guy came and tried to rise off of their success, tried to steal from their plate. That's and it's crazy because people who do that, they usually put themselves in a situation where, because you have to network in order to grow.
Right.
No man is an island. No man can succeed on his own, and you have to network. So once you start doing stuff like that, you're building your brand. That's your brand.
Right.
Because now that he did it to how many people?
About what, 4?
He did it to 4 people.
We don't know all of their stories, but Manuel was one. He's the main one. And then there's he did a collab with Timothy Delgado.
Mm-hmm.
The twins on Blackish.
Twins
I'm
on
not
Blackish.
Grownish.
With Haley and Chloe. Hallie and Chloe.
They surpassed him.
Oh man. And some other
He
girl.
did a video with them.
Mm-hmm.
They were YouTubers.
I believe so.
There was YouTubers.
Oh, I didn't
Before,
know that.
Beyonce discovered them.
Ooh.
Beyonce discovered them.
Ooh.
I think so.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then they was like on the BET Awards.
Yeah, I remember they sung they sung the national anthem or something. Something like they did WrestleMania
Oh,
a few years ago. Was it WrestleMania? I can't remember. They did the national anthem somewhere though. It was like real big though. But yeah. But anyway, like that. When somebody is like performance box, chill.
Trying to find that 4th person.
When somebody is like putting that energy out, they're undercutting people.
Right.
Everybody else in the industry hears stuff like that. They're hearing about you. So you try to reach out to people, you've already built your credit. You've already built your credit. Your credit history sucks now because it's like you ain't doing what you supposed to be doing. So now you got people out here looking like, oh, he doing that. Like, I ain't about to work with him.
right.
I'm not about to work with this guy.
It's something he did to DC, right? They said they was at an awards show, and he, came up to him, dapped him up, like, congrats on your success.
Oh yeah.
But go on the media and talk shit about him, like, oh, he ain't that funny, basically. How you gonna do that? Like,
When he trying to be like comedy's 50 Cent?
Basically.
What is happening? What is happening here?
But yeah, that is dang, spoke. But I mean, he'll still be in a, I guess, decent position because he'll still have those loyal fans because
They always do.
he like we said, after all that happened, he went on a podcast talk.
yeah, it was kind of a podcast.
Radio show, podcast-ish.
Yeah, with Big Boy and somebody else.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
And they were just like praising him. He was like, oh well, I mean, you were collabing with all these people. You got a real eye for talent.
Those his homeboys.
Basically, he was like,
homeboys.
you were out here being like the prodigal son, discovering all these apostles and all this other stuff, bringing them to fame, bringing them light. I was like, what? Nigga, what?
Oh my God.
You just saw that.
It's like, yo, did y'all not hear about that?
Right?
What was y'all when he did that? Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. As long as we don't do it.
Oh no.
And we staying very, very far away from people who do it. And always be vigilant of those who wants to undercut us and destroy our platform. Yeah.
We don't have anyone like that, do we? No.
We did. Cut them off real fast, though. Real
That was
fast.
a blessing in the
Real fast.
I had to bite my tongue on that one.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You gotta stay brand friendly. We had to, really keep up on that because, shit, everything before episode 25, I'm like, yo, I ain't really feeling it. We gonna call it the trial run. We can call it the trial run. But it's just like I listened to it, and I've been trying to like re-listen to it because it's like for some reason now that I hear it, it's a bit different than when I'm editing the videos and the audio and stuff like that before I release it. But like now that I'm not in the zone of editing, if it sound different. Like I finished the like last week's episode so early that I was waiting for the podcast that uploaded today. Like I want the one that uploaded it. Like I was like, yo, I can't wait till tomorrow when that new jump released. And I'm like, hold up, I got the jump on my computer. Like, what's happening here?
But see, I think it's because what y'all say, the dirty trunk, where the elephant is always welcome in the room. I felt like y'all took that. This like
we ran with that.
Yeah, just ran with it. And say, like, oh, we can say what we want.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
The elephant in the room must address it.
That's exactly what happened. Because like a few episodes in, we was like, should we say that? Fuck it, dirty trunk.
But I mean, each one has its own growth to it.
Yeah, it's
each
like
one is better than the next.
You can clearly hear the growth in all the episodes. Like despite how we butchered every message, how we managed to butcher every single message in every single episode, there was still growth and development in every single episode. I can't say that. And like now that I listen to it, it's a bit of a different feel from episode 24 to 25 and 26. Cause like the whole format is different. Like how I like how the how I do the I sound a little conceited right now. Like I like how I do. I like how I do.
Hey man, speak your truth, man. Speak your truth.
The spotlight for the episodes, and because it kind of adds like a element of positivity to every episode. A few episodes we couldn't do a spotlight because there was nothing really like nothing of sustenance said in the episode, and that's not the conversation that I want to have, and that's why we didn't do like continue with the conspiracies thing, because it's like it's not really too many positive topics you can come up with when it comes to conspiracies.
Okay. I mean, we could always push that sword.
I feel like kind of let your guest overpower.
Oh, facts. Hell yeah. The Valentine's Day episode.
Oh my
I don't feel like I talk.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was like my first time on the mic, so I
don't feel like I talked during that episode. The one that we did with Rob, that one was okay. That one was okay because there was nobody who like unruly in the studio that night. But like it just seemed like
I mean, say it.
I can't. I ain't even about to go there. I ain't even about to go there.
I was like,
But it's been a few times, not just one. It's been a few times. Like, I'm not about to like shoot people down, but I'm like, yo, y'all need to understand whose show this is.
I mean, but you can't control some people's personalities.
Yeah.
We just that was our fault. We dropped the ball on that. We let them in, and you know. You live and you learn. You live and you learn. But you know, we all. I guess people look at us like they on the same level, and I say that very humbly. I say that very humbly, but this is a platform that is being created, right? A legitimate platform. I'm talking like LLC status kind of platform. Okay, and this is a business, and the business has to run by the business owners, not the guest. So I think once people start to understand that, and they start to see some real traction going on, like we making the small wins happen over here, and they see that this is a winning culture. Like we had to put out that. That's why I said we had to make sure we figure out like right now, establish what the brand actually is, because that's the kind of people that we are going to attract. If we get on every episode and start gossiping about everybody, then we're going to have people wanting to come on the podcast to gossip. I ain't trying to have that.
This is not
that ain't
the
what this
dirty
is.
gossip.
This ain't chick talk with Marcus and Mac. Like that ain't what this is.
I feel it.
That ain't what this is.
So,
man.
note to
Right.
guest. Don't come on the show thinking you about to.
Run that mouth about
You-
Susie Lynn and
You beefing with homeboy down the street and you want to give a shout out to your girlfriend, or
Oh, God.
You want to tell such and such you ain't the daddy or something like that. That ain't that ain't what this is.
That's not what we do here.
That ain't what this is. Hey,
This is
you
not
gotta
Murray-
you gotta
Mari
you
mixed
gotta
with Jerry.
bring
We not.
you gotta say every scenario, because somebody would be like, but you didn't say.
This is not
This
for
is true.
entertainment. This is for.
This is for growth. This is for educational purposes only. Educational purposes only.
Yes.
We might.
I mean, you receive the message how you want to receive it. I mean, if it's for your entertainment, then
I wouldn't use it for entertainment. I'm just saying.
I mean, you never know.
I
Some
don't
people
speak.
just like. Oh,
I don't
they're
speak.
funny.
I make content to entertain. I don't speak to entertain.
Oh.
But you just don't know how people will take it.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And I definitely need to brush up on the game of speaking in general, because I'd listened to some of the episodes of how I was trying to convey certain messages and just did not drive the point home. Like when we were talking about the situation with the couples, I didn't drive that point. By talking about the last situation, I did not drive that point. I could
How
not.
many situations were there?
Uh,
A lot.
3 so far, right?
Couples.
We ain't got to get into that.
Okay.
But yeah, like every time something happens, like I'm just like I got the words in my head, and then it was like a few episodes ago when Paris was on, I was trying to get to a point, and Paris distracted me so damn much that I forgot the whole point of what I was trying to say, and we ended up switching the whole conversation because he threw me off so bad. I was like, yo, what happened? Like what? So yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah, so I definitely need to brush up on that and do a little bit more writing in that category to kind of hone my skills on driving the point home straight to the hole, like Bron.
Brown.
Doing the dunk contest, yeah, or Steph at the 3, yeah. Oh, damn, that made my wrist hurt.
Tragic.
I'm getting old.
Look at the flick of the wrist.
Look.
Wasn't prepared today.
Oh yeah, we definitely wasn't prepared. Definitely was not prepared.
But we did pretty well.
We did.
We have done pretty well than other times we have done this not being prepared. There we go.
You okay?
I agree. I definitely agree.
I was like, wait, what?
We once
There
got
we go.
5 guys in here and just looked at the microphones and just had nothing to contribute at all. Like, yeah. So how was your day, fellas?
It's like topics is everywhere.
This piece
Yeah.
is good, huh? Yeah. So we just end up talking about a little bit of everything.
Oh my god.
Everything. Let's definitely be one of those weeks where we have a Friday episode.
I'm down.
I mean, you're already doing it.
Oh. I thought you meant like record.
No. I can't. Wait. What am I doing this Friday?
Oh, buddy.
I ain't, you know what I'm doing this Friday. I'm sitting in front of the computer. I got a deadline to meet. Yeah.
For
What do you mean
book.
for? The book.
The book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to start on my part of.
Yeah, you were supposed to call me.
I
He
apologize,
to finish this,
but
paper.
I didn't call because I was like, I got nothing to talk about. I haven't even thought. I did a little bit, but I didn't even write it down. It's just like stuff I free thought it just out the blue.
That's what I'm here for. I'm the author, dude.
I mean, yeah.
You just bounce the ideas. I write the story. And I give it to you to figure out what the.
I thought you wanted
That's
me to
why
read it. I
no,
thought you
I
wanted
didn't-
me to read it out. I didn't know.
No, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. And you ain't never called.
Oh, I ain't called because I.
Communication, my dude.
Okay. Yeah, you right.
This is a relationship, my man.
Hold up. Hold on, let's call it something else. Let's call it something else.
A
gotta be
partnership. How about
in
that?
the gutter.
A partnership.
Got to be in the gutter.
It's not in the gutter.
Anyway.
You gotta have work relationships. Yeah, work
Yeah.
relationships. Not like relationships, but work relationships that.
We not having relations.
Yeah, there we go. Jeez. Don't,
But,
don't
yeah.
turn into that other one.
I ain't nothing like that.
All right now.
Yeah, so I mean, if you got the ideas, you just spitball them at me. I write the general concept, give you the manuscript, and we go ahead and add it in
Okay.
and see where it connects at in the other 162 characters. Because I mean, you're thinking like a story, like a full saga of another story. You're thinking about adding somewhere between 16 to 32 characters, depending on how deep and complex the story is. Yeah.
Yep.
But I do this for a living, so.
That's why I'm like, you the Stan Lee, and I'm like the mini Stan Lee that got Spider-Man. I do all the Spider-Man stuff.
Or you could just be the branding guy.
Or the branding.
Yeah. I don't think you reach pilot status yet. We gotta find us a CJ. Not that CJ, but a CJ from ETA. CJ cut.
We got so many CJ.
We gotta find us an ETA CJ.
Okay. All right. ETA CJ.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut out the other part. I'm also gonna cut that too.
In that.
And that. But yeah. So we gotta find us a team. We gotta get us a winning team right quick, man.
Yeah, because
we'll get there.
Yeah, we just gotta keep working, man. We gotta keep working, and I mean I'm so glad that I found somebody else who ain't looking at obsessing over the numbers.
Right.
It's like we have it's good that we're making the mistakes that we're making now before we start getting like up there and getting all these eyes to look at us. Like one of my biggest, like the rules of the studio is pretend like thousands of people will be watching this one day, and thousands of people will probably see our failures of the first 25-ish episodes of the Dirty Trunk podcast. They will go back and they will pull them up. And are we prepared to take criticism and heat for what we did back in the day, 10 years from now? I mean, I am. I'm not going to delete them. They're there.
I said what I said.
I said what I said.
Thanks.
I said what I said. If you want to talk about it, that's just content. That's just content. You want me to talk about it? That's content.
Free promo.
Huh?
Free promo.
Free
That's what it
promo.
goes.
Free promo. Yep.
Gotta love it.
That's capitalism for you. I didn't make the rules. I just here to play the game.
Thanks.
How do you feel about my man Jamal, who has a vacation property, like has a property just to pay for his vacations?
I think that's brilliant and actually something I want to get into. There's this one dude, don't know his name, don't know too much about him, but he does this video and he's like, you see this car right there? It's a real nice car, right? I ain't paying nothing for it. You see this other thing I got? This house is where I'm staying at? Not paying nothing for it. Like, he has property in different places that pays for everything he does or like own. Like, he has this one house that's being rented out.
Was that the guy that was like standing in the garage with like 2 Lamborghinis or something and was talking about the books?
No. I think I know what you're talking about though, but nah, this was like totally different.
What was his name? I can't think of his name though.
Cause I really want to say this was some dude off like TikTok, maybe, I'm not sure.
People on TikTok being motivational?
Yeah, it's a video platform that a lot of people look at. There's motivational people.
Is AMG on TikTok yet?
Not yet. Okay.
Which one of y'all in charge of social media? We got that.
We're getting there.
My tablet and I got you.
Actually, I got one for you though.
Okay.
Yeah, we gonna have to have a talk about that.
Yeah.
But you need a tablet with a camera.
Do I need a camera?
if you want to be on TikTok, yeah. But if you're just gonna do like the posting, the vlogging, the
Does it have a
blogging,
camera? This one don't even have a camera, does it? Oh, it does. I might have to give you this one. I got to see if the other one, if I can use the other one for sound effects. Sorry. We'll do that after the podcast.
I'll
They're
try to
pretty
use
old.
my Kindle, but
They're pretty old tablets.
know,
You
yeah.
definitely not going to be able to use a Kindle.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That operation system on a Kindle is not even good enough to be an operating system on a Kindle.
They don't even have real apps.
Well, damn. I tried.
What does it
okay?
do? Like, isn't that just something that you read on? It's like an ebook
It
thing,
was
right?
a Kindle Fire, the one that can do the video. Got the
Like the
camera
ones
in-
that we got at work.
I think so.
Those things are trash.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought it would work.
What
It
the hell?
did not.
Yeah, but we got way off topic. You were rudeness. You were talking about the one guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, he has like many different properties that he owns that pay for certain things.
Oh.
Not really, just brings in a lot of income that he can
Yeah.
use that money from that to pay
Like
for
a bunch of
certain
rental
things.
properties, yeah.
Yeah, and that's like damn near brilliant because property or land itself is gold.
It's an asset.
It-
It's the number one asset, actually.
Exactly. Like it's a gold mine. It's a mine itself. Like you buy some land and just put anything there, or land that's already built that already has like a abandoned home or something.
Yeah,
you know,
fix it
buy
up.
it, fix it up. You know, get like a loan for it. I think for loans the rule is to get like 1,000 more than you actually need. So when you do all the numbers and get everything else, you still have that 1,000 for like something that might pop up.
Let's
or-
not go off of theory here. So we gonna learn that eventually.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn that. Actually, did you hear about Make Real Estate Real? You don't watch ET's podcast, do you? Secret to Success. You don't watch ET's podcast?
I have it, but I like his stuff be coming up on this other jank that I'll listen to.
Huh?
Like so I have Spotify
Uh-huh.
and I have this motivational.
Oh, like a playlist.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
So his songs and stuff be coming up on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, yeah. So Jamal on his on the podcast,
Yeah.
he has a real estate course, and I want to take it. And when I take it, I'm taking all kind of notes, all type of notes.
All right.
There actually may be a way that I can take it for free because of my prior military status.
Okay.
Because I am veteran status,
Mm-hmm.
as far as I know. I don't know if it's active duty or reserve kind of situation, but I do have to make a phone call for that one. So I will let you know on that one, but real estate might be in AMG's future.
It surely will be in mine.
It definitely will be in mine, but
Yeah, there's something we can do.
because I want to own this. Where we at? I want to own this.
Thanks.
I don't know. I don't know if
The
it'll be
logistics of all that.
profitable, but it's like 120 units in here, and if you do all the math between like the 55 bottom floors and the 55 top floor apartments, it's about 900,000 a year in income.
Mm-hmm.
Not versus the payments and stuff that you need to make on the property and stuff like that, but it's about 900,000 a year.
Okay.
It's just this little section
section.
here, and this is low income.
Oh. Ooh. Think about this on like a slightly
Grander
larger,
scale,
yeah.
right? In a bigger city where there's like more apartments,
And you have people just like coming.
you can buy land and build more apartments.
Yeah, that'd be set for life, for. But yeah, and there, huh?
Isn't it funny we can just have this conversation and not have to worry about anybody stealing our ideas because everybody else is lazy?
Well, damn. But I see what you mean. Like those conversations we've been having of those people that aren't up here, and
Do you see how people be looking at us at work when we have our conversations in the break room about business?
I honestly don't be looking. I would just be looking at y'all.
I would be like, that conversation when somebody's like low key eavesdropping, they like on their phone, they trying to pretend like they doing stuff, and they be like,
"The fuck are they doing?" but yeah, man, like it's laying. That's all I said, laying.
Have you seen The Founder?
The Founder.
Ray Kroc's movie. The movie about McDonald's.
No, I kind of
heard about
Man,
it.
that is a good movie.
Is it really?
That is a good movie. So the reason I watched it because Ray Kroc said something like real inspiration. This is like about finding your passion. Ray Kroc, like if you ask Ray Kroc is like the quote unquote the founder of McDonald's, quote unquote, and there's a really big reason as to why I said quote unquote founder, because he wasn't actually the founder. He just like kind of ran the idea off the founders, like he kind of like ran something by them, and he was like, "Yo, y'all ain't doing nothing with this. Run that."
Okay.
So Ray Kroc was one of those kind of salesmen that just could not catch a break. Like he was like trying to sell everything that he got his hands on, just like could not make it in sales. Like he just did, like he wasn't successful at it, and it was to the point where his wife was about to leave him because of it. Or I guess that's how the movie portrayed it or whatever. But he ended up coming across this lone restaurant, this mom and pop kind of situation that was like it was like when drive-thrus were revolutionized. Like this place had a drive-thru and like no other fast food restaurant had that. Apparently this restaurant was the very first one to ever do it, and it was a McDonald's. But it wasn't called McDonald's at the time. And he saw like what was going on. He was like, "Yo, people are getting their food in like 3 minutes." Like he ordered a burger and it came to him and he was like, "Yo, it's already done." I guess like back then you would order something and it'd be like like Outback.
Right,
you
yeah,
won't get it. You
we'll
won't get it until tomorrow or something like that. So he saw that. And he was like, "Yo, this is genius. Like, let me meet the owners of this joint." So he met the McDonald's brothers, and he talked to them. He was like, "Yo, let me partner up with you guys." And so he started like selling like their stuff, like and trying to open up another one. Like he franchised the business. He was like, "I want one of these." Good, like, and he saw the value in what they had. And when he did that, he eventually opened up more than one. Like he started franchising the business to other people, and it wasn't even his business to franchise. So as he started doing that, he started coming up with ideas. He became a partner in the company or whatever, and he started making the ideas. And these guys were just like, they were like, "Yo, we ain't comfortable doing that. We not comfortable." And he was like growing the business, and they were just like, "No, we not doing that. We can't do that." Like, and eventually, he ended up getting the rights to their name, their actual name.
You know what? Well, you said their name.
Yeah. Like he made them change the name of their restaurant because it conflicted with his. Like his business was now McDonald's, theirs wasn't. So but
me and Denzel was actually talking about something like that when I got to work. There was like about like suing people for like copyrights, because apparently if you let like somebody or anyone like push out so much stuff, like it could end up being theirs instead of like you'll lose rights to it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why, but like it's weird. Just because say because for Star Wars there were like a whole lot of like spin-off stuff, and because the creator was yeah, because the creators of Star Wars, it was like, I like what y'all doing, as long as you at least shout out our name or something, like y'all keep going. But somebody was like, "Hey, you need to stop that," because like they push out too much stuff, y'all could lose rights to.
Well, see, that's a licensing agreement too. That's not
really?
necessarily the case. It's like, if you create a mechanical license for the work, and you say this person is allowed to do this, that, and the other for this piece of work, and now they have the rights to do that, and they can't do anything more than that. So you have to continue to let them do that in order for it. Like the all the parody stuff, I'm not really sure how that work. I'm not really sure how Family Guy hasn't been like sued out their ass yet, or Simpsons for that matter, or anything that Seth MacFarlane has ever made. I'm not really sure how he's still making stuff, but yeah, like that's a licensing thing that getting at the McDonald's thing. It was a reason why I was bringing that up. You know what McDonald's is famous for?
Is burgers.
I thought it was the fries.
Neither one of those things.
What is it?
McDonald's is famous for its real estate.
Oh,
I
yeah,
heard of
because
that,
it's convenient. It's everywhere, literally everywhere.
So if you go up 95 North from here, by the time you get to Fredericksburg, which is exit 238, you will only had passed 2 exits that don't have a McDonald's. This is exit 50. You would only pass 2 exits without a McDonald's. Right off the exit.
It is everywhere.
And there was like exit 217. It's a Thornbury exit. There was a Burger King. The McDonald's was like right there off the exit. The Burger King was like on a side street all the way in the back. The McDonald's sign, you can see, bro, there's literally like one spot that you stand in Fredericksburg, you can see 4 McDonald's signs in one spot.
Stop.
Literally, like I could clearly like look back here, you see 2 standing in front of one. You can see it's insane.
Tragic.
It's insane. I guess Taco Bell trying to do the same thing too, because there's 2 Taco Bells in Colonial Heights, right down the street from each other. You know the new one they just opened?
Oh, I haven't been.
Yeah, y'all remember the Steak and Shake?
Yeah.
They took it away?
No.
Yeah, they turned that into the Taco Bell.
I know you fucking lying.
But the old Taco Bell is still there.
Yeah, the one
across from
Pizza
McDonald's.
Hut.
Yeah, it's still there.
Huh. Interesting.
And see, they partnering with KFC and.
No, that's their company.
Hold on.
The umbrella company owns KFC, Long John Silver, Taco Bell.
The last.
What else? There's another one.
I've been
Pizza
doing
Hut.
that to my whole life.
Yeah, those 4.
Damn, I
Jesus.
thought they was separate.
Okay.
No,
Facts.
it's like how Bonnie Knoll Company owns Carl's Jr. and Hardee's. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. McDonald's is everywhere. Like even in like Japan, they have a McDonald's vending machine.
McDonald's vending machine. Why we ain't got that?
I don't know.
I
That would be
heard
cool.
their food is their McDonald's, their food's real good.
Oh yeah, like they have certain.
I heard everywhere except for America is good. That's with everything, not just the food. The Royale with cheese.
Tragic.
I had to bring that up. I'm sorry. It had to happen.
How you fry a thing of cheese and put it on a burger that already comes with cheese?
Do what? Oh, the Hardee's joint.
Yeah, they fried
The
cheese.
fried cheese patty. It's kind of good though.
Yeah,
I mean, I ain't knocking it, but I'm like,
It's dry as hell though.
it already comes with cheese.
It's dry as hell. Like I don't know how Hardee's just be like their burgers is thick. Like you remember Good Burger?
Yeah.
And they had the competition joint that came up down the
What is
street,
it?
Mondo Burger.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Hardee's, like especially when you look at like the they got a 3/4 inch joint, or 3/4 pound. Like that thing is massive. It is. It's like this much meat and like that around. I'm like, yo, heck no. That thing is like a 5-inch disc. And it's like 3 inches thick.
Put you in a coma instantly.
And then they had a
coma.
nerd. They got a nerd to make a monster thick burger with 2 of them bitches. I'm like, yo, this is like a heart attack on a bun.
Facts. And then load it down with like what? Lettuce,
Bacon.
tomato,
No, that junk just straight bacon, fam. Straight bacon. It's like, all right, so how many? 6 strips of bacon, 3 slices of cheese.
Wait, what? 3?
cholesterol. Cholesterol. God.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Trying to fatten your people up, like.
Oh no, that's dead. That's
That ain't the word.
No, you just dead. That's like, hey, this is you ever the kill yourself switch. There it is, right there.
Let me
Just
go
eat
get a
that.
double thick burger.
just go ahead and eat that. You gonna pay? It's gonna be about $8.99 just a sandwich. It's about $12 for the combo. Oh man, fast food, man. Like it's
Ridiculous. But it's convenient though.
It is.
And that's what sells convenience.
It is because like the fact that I had to stand in the kitchen and cook stuff, that bothers me on a level that I just can't explain. Like I live by myself, and it's still annoying to cook.
Yeah, that was talked about on the radio station this morning too.
Yeah,
They were talking about everybody's at home and they have to cook, and they were like, people, certain fast foods are closed, right?
Not really.
Not really.
Not really. Not here. There are other places that just like everything is shut down except for like grocery stores, but
Oh,
there's other states just like straight up like, yo, we ain't doing that. Like essential stuff. Let's keep that open.
essential workers
Essential workers.
all being out here. Being
Hey, hold on. Let's talk about this for a second. Why is it that when in the conversation about essential workers, we get left out?
I see that all the time. They're like, "Oh, thank you, healthcare. Oh, thank you, fast
Transportation
food
workers
yes.
but
mean, I'm telling you,
warehouse workers are out this jank struggling.
homeboy Jeff pissed somebody off. I don't know who, but he pissed somebody off. We just been like,
Oh, it was supposed to be a protest today.
For what?
Everybody was supposed to call out of work
why call?
Oh, well, our building
today.
been doing that anyway.
Right.
Our building just been we been on that since that
it
jump
started.
since that jump was built.
Yeah, I remember that one time they had to protest because there was no fans and stuff in there. So
Really?
everybody should stop working.
Really?
Yeah.
Is a climate controlled building that we
At first,
really?
when it first, they ain't had all that.
Really?
Yeah, that's what.
That all that came after the fact? Because I remember at when I was working at Walmart distribution, when people used to talk about the AC at this place, they were like it was built with it, and that's why I was able to have that. Because if you know, Walmart don't have none of that. Like they got the fans, but it's already 102 in the building on an 80-degree day. So I mean, the fans don't really make no
I
damn
mean,
difference.
if you actually look at
Just
it
blowing around hot air.
along the transship,
The
you can
AC
see-
ducts.
you can see that it looked like it was just put there after.
Interesting.
I mean, the way it looked, it just kind of. I mean, it looked like how you would think it would look inside of a warehouse
Yeah, warehouse, but
where you had to carry with all the foil insulation and stuff. They look weird as hell though, in my opinion. But I feel like there's better ways to do it. But hey, it is what it is. It leaks all the time. It's always raining upstairs.
Yes.
for real.
Yeah, like everywhere where you see the big ducts at the intake vents, I think they are. Yeah, they all leak. There was literally a trash can filled with water
Peaks
on ups in D-Mod.
Yeah.
It was on the top shelf. Somebody literally put a trash can on the top shelf so this water can leak in it. The trash can was full of water, and the dude came to me and was like, Mr. Ambassador. I was like, you good, dog? He was like, yeah, it's I just wanted to let you know, like, it's like a lot of water pouring over here. And he like took me to it. Like before I even got to the joint, only thing I heard was looked up, I was like, holy sh! It looked like it literally looked like it was raining in there.
That's tragic. Like, all right. First of all, why would you put a trash can right there?
That's a good question. That is a very good question.
Second of all, when you put the trash can there for it to fill with water, did you not think that you got to come back and get this
right.
filled with water?
Right. On the D level bin. Like, I was like, hold out. Like, how are you going to get that down?
I definitely. Team lift for real.
Jermaine was like, it's not my problem. 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 He just walked away just shaking his head like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this today. I'm not doing this today. Bro, and they took all the merchandise out of the bins, like every bin around it. And then like all the stuff that they left was molded.
Ew.
Like they had left that there for a while.
Wow.
It's still there?
No, it's not. All the stuff, they took all the stuff down by now. Because somebody with some common sense decided to tell some random ambassador that there was a problem. Apparently, the people who saw that beforehand, it was just like, just throw a trash can up there. It's cool. And then they put the little yellow and black tape across the bin, and with a little paper sign that they wrote, "Do not stow here."
Oh, duh.
Do not stow here. That is the craziest. Like it's just. There's a lack of common sense somewhere. There's a disconnect in the entire realm of that place.
And it's not just that place. It's
I think it's just
everywhere.
A universal thing at this point.
Yeah.
It's
The poor human race.
I mean, we have some good things. We have some good things out there.
Name one.
This podcast for starting.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Can
And
we get a hand clap for that?
And speaking of this podcast, wrong button. Speaking of this podcast, head over to amgdynasty.com to get your Ascension brand merch. That is the Ascension crest, also along with the Dirty Trunk podcast merch. You get your hats, your shirts, socks. We got socks.
Oh,
We got socks now.
We got socks.
Awesome.
I haven't put the socks on the website yet.
Oh, okay.
I have, but they are wait. Considering if this coronavirus thing isn't too big of a deal for our suppliers, we do have socks available.
Oh, shit, they got some mask over.
Should we do?
Can
masks?
we do that? Can we do that?
Can we do masks? We can do masks. We can do
Like the ones like you got, or the ones like she got.
like the paper ones, like the little fabric ones, the little cloth ones. Yeah, with I think. Hold up,
Because that could be
We
used as a
might be able-
headscarf as well.
we might be able to do that.
Now, is she talking about the one that you got that I gave you, or the
No,
one?
the one that she got with the smiley face on it.
Oh, both of them. Fuck it.
Can we do both?
I don't think we can do the one that like the baklava.
We can't do baklava.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think so. I haven't.
Pretty-
We don't have a supply. You find a supplier, we can do it.
Okay,
That's all it takes to find a supplier. That's all it takes. We can negotiate stuff after the fact. We got that.
Legit. All right. Cool.
Speaking of, we got to replace these vinyl shirts too.
Yeah.
We have to replace these vinyl shirts.
Yes.
And I ain't trying to put nobody out there.
As soon as we can get stuff open, we put in the order form, and
We can put in an order for them now. That's not a problem.
I would right now.
But if you have a service,
Good quality service.
that you want to promote, and it's not something that you're passionate about, please don't sell it.
Be passionate about it, please.
Do not sell your product to people who need your product if you're not passionate about that product.
These are facts.
Because you are wasting people's time, you are wasting people's money, and you are liable to either get a lawsuit or a black eye. Just saying.
Brand.
And I'm not the one to be going around punching people. I just kind of let it go. But at the same time, like, you don't know people. You don't know people. It's like you can't assume that everybody is friendly enough to be pulled on a string. Is the best way I can put that. So if you have a service and you ain't crafted that jank, don't sell it. If you ain't passionate about that jank, just leave it in your just make your own stuff and leave it at that. Because man, I could go on and on about that one there, but bless you.
Bless you.
I can go on and on about that one, man. Like I'm
Brand.
brand.
The brand.
The brand. But you know what? We're not even gonna say it's the brand. It's the values. It's the values, because it ain't even about the brand. I feel bad when I go outside the brand because of my values, and the brand was created off the values.
Wow.
And the values that need to be perceived, like all of the affirmations that I have in the living room. So yeah,
We can learn how to make our t-shirts.
Why? We got people for that.
Stop being lazy.
No, it's cheaper. We already remember when I was talking about reinventing the wheel on the yeah, that was that
Yes.
because we never had the conversation about it, but yeah, that was actually the topic that really brought that into play, because somebody asked about these, and I was like, dog, we passed that. We got a whole supplier. The website is already up. We selling. We got a few.
No, because all right. I posted a question. I wasn't trying to be, funny or anything. Everybody think I'm trying to be funny, but I wasn't really. I was like, if the
It does look that way.
I said, if the tag says Gildan on the shirt, is it really your brand shirt?
Yes. I would say so. Because even like companies that are famous for making screen tees get their stuff from, they outsource the actual fabric. Like you hardly ever see a company that creates its own fabric and prints. I don't think that I don't think that happens. I can't imagine
Carbon?
carbon.
Yeah, the clothing line Carbon.
What is? I don't know. I'm not familiar.
Carbon black.
I'm not familiar.
I'm not
I
sure.
don't know, but a lot of these name brands, they got their own tag to their clothing.
Yeah, but we can do our own tags too. I just don't think it's necessary, honestly. Do you think it's necessary?
I don't know. That was just.
I don't know about consumer psychology yet. I haven't read that. I haven't did that part of my business degree.
Conversation for another time. Or unless you want.
I feel like that. I feel like he's trying to rush us off. But we are over.
like
We are
that.
over our hour, and yeah. Your time flies.
Cuts, but
Time flies when you have fun. But yeah, but the cuts will definitely bring us back down to about probably like 20 minutes. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and
the last one.
okay. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here. Thank you for joining us on the Dirty Trunk Podcast. And be sure to head over to YouTube and check out Mac of All Trades, where we post all of our other content. And be sure to check out our website, where most of our other content is. Review us on Facebook so we can get ranked finally. And that's all I got. Marcus?
Peace.
All right. He ain't got nothing.
Bye.
Bye.
Not at all. All right, everybody. Peace out. Hope everybody's well, doing great things out here. Just be great people.